Hello guys and welcome to another review made by Alex. This time around I'm going to talk about E-100, one of the two heavy tanks on tier 10 on the German line. First of all, I want to tell you guys this tank is very powerful, but also has lots of weaknesses. If you look at the hit points amount, you notice that there is 2700. That is second place after the mouse. Only 300 difference. This makes this tank a pretty good damage sponge. Also, the amount of weight is second to the mouse at 130 tons and pushed by 1200 horsepower engine makes this tank just a little bit faster than a mouse at with the limit of 30 kilometers per hour. The mouse has only 20 if I'm not mistaken. Also, the traverse speed is better than the mouse. That means will be harder for enemies to flank you, but I don't rely on that. The whole armor on this tank is 200 on the upper plate. That's almost a bounce zone if you notice the angle. But the lower plate is very weak, and almost everything can pen you at this tier, even until 8 can pen you easily there. All you will need to hide it, just because if we are hit here, you're gonna blow the transmission and maybe gonna catch fire, so be very careful. The turret armor in the front is 250. You'll think that is good, but if you notice, the angle is not very good, and kind of a high pen gun can pen you easily if you don't angle it. So I recommend maybe look sideways when you wait for your gun to load, just because you'll have a better chance of bouncing a shot from a turret. You present a better angle, and with this armor it will make it very hard for them to pen. The side armor on the hull is only 120. Is even a bad than from the back, but there is some side skirt that will protect your tracks, and I think here is some space armor, so the real amount is a little bit higher. The turret armor is 150 on the side, and it's also angled. So if you are in the small tank, you'll have to be careful not to aim at the turret, just because if you are just around here and you aim at the turret, you'll just increase the angle of the armor, and remember it's 150 and you'll bounce like crazy. In the back I said 150 at the hull, that's pretty good, and 150 in the turret. If you are in the live tank to a lower pen and in back of the E-100, I recommend to shoot it at this hatch. It has almost I cannot say no armor, but is very weak. I think in a clan training I was able to pen it with where it is the Tetrak tank that has only let's see, 64 penetration. I'll pen it with this tank. I pen the hatch on the E-100. So be very careful, guys. And now let's take a look at the gun that makes this tank much more deadly than the mouse. At almost all the stats it is inferior to the mouse, but the gun makes the E-100 somewhat powerful. Excuse me. First gun you'll have is the 128 millimeters, available on E75 and mouse, with a good pen and a good amount of damage, around 490. But that makes you just a mouse with lower health and weaker armor. By researching the 150 millimeters gun, you are just become a threat in the battlefield, just because of the huge amount of damage that you can inflict on the enemy. With 750 average damage, that is around tank destroyer damage area. And also the rate of fire it has decreased, but if you pick a boo at the enemy, this 750 damage gun is very powerful. You can really hurt them with this amount of damage. But remember, this gun has some drawbacks. Most important for me is very low amount of pen, only 235 with normal armor penetration round. That makes you almost impossible to pen tier 10 tank in the front. Only side shots on or behind will pen this with this gun. And I recommend to carry some premium rounds, just because with this pen on the normal credit ammo you'll do nothing in game. Also is decreased on accuracy, and I think that is a fake, not a big problem, only 0.2% accuracy. That is not big drawback, is extremely low penetration for tier 10 gun. Now let's take a look at a replay. And here we are on the Ensk map, one of my favorite maps. Maybe one of the best for E-100. And I decided to try push it directly on, near the rail line, just because there are longer corridors when I can really angle my armor, and it's very hard to get flanked, or any attempt can be easily countered. I missed one shot on the 3090. You can notice that I'm using regular ammo. I'm waiting so I can maybe see what they are doing. I noticed that the mouse is pushing, and here I got one side shot on a 344 that got annihilated by my 150mm gun. Now a harder target, I7. I take one shot. I don't know if I hit him at this point, but I think I don't penetrate. So I yes, you can see that the I7 has no damage taken. I put my premium rounds to have a better chance to pen this I7, and I take one shot, a blind shot, and hopefully we did some damage to that I7. I think we did. Now I take another blind shot, and the I7 is now on 546 health. I decided to push so I can support my teammates that are pushing on the other side of this warehouse. And for the side shot on the I7, I think the regular armor will do that. I didn't know what to expect. Now I'm turning my attention to that leopard. I really want to put one shot in that leopard, just because it's a very mobile tank and had to be destroyed. But I found that the better target is that E-110 E5. Here I'm kind of a bad spot, taking shots from multiple directions. But I take my shot on that object, just because that object is kind of dangerous, and with that BL10 gun, and needs to be taken out of the game. Here I'm aiming to the gunner cupola and take another huge chunk of that E5 health. Now, after finishing all our enemies in this area, it's time to move and engage all remaining tanks in the town. Let's speed up. That's 2x speed or 4x. Even at 2x speed is not really fast. We are now approaching the remaining enemy tanks, and here we have a shot on that VK with premium ammo and aim at lower plate and pen it, even with this odd angle. To remind you guys, the premium ammo on this tank has only 300 and 334, so it's not a really large amount. There are 200 guns on the tier 10 TDs and with regular ammo. Here we are to take another shot on IS, but we are too late. I don't remember if we do any damage to that object, but I think we do. The sides of the lower plate did not bounce our shot and take another shot in that object. You see that this hit counter only show us 5000 damage, but you see later that we did much more, just because I took some blind shots in that IS-7. And this game is wrapped up. Let's see the battle results. A victory with 85,696 credits and 4,080 experience tripled. We managed to make a profit even with using premium account and firing gold ammo. You see that we did 6,681 damage. That's most in our team, and that's, I think, is one of the determinant factor that my team won. Here we see I've shot 11 shells and 9 hit and 9 penetrated. All shots that I fired and hit an enemy penetrated. Maybe just because you use most on the hits premium ammo. And potential damage received 2580. So we survived the game. What I recommend on this tank is maybe loading some premium ammo, just because lower pen on the regular gun. You see that I used regular ammo on that T-44. That was easy to pen, but on tougher targets with a lot of armor is almost impossible to pen with regular ammo. Only side shots on or maybe back shots will pen it, but front shots only hitting lucky weak areas will be able to ensure you that you pen. So this tank is kind of a fun tank. Maybe if you have a platoon and or three E-100 and you can deal the huge amounts of damage if you focus on the enemy tank, and also if you don't have sufficient credits to earn and use some premium ammo, it's kind of a headache to try to pen it with regular ammo, this type of gun. I think I'll wrap it out here. If you like it, please comment, subscribe. If you have any question, don't be shy, ask it, and I'll try to respond to you as soon as I can. See you next time, guys.